A very warm welcome to the Pod and Rhythms with myself, Drum People, and you know how we do it every single time. Today on the show, I'm hanging out with an amazing brother of mine. Look, this guy is gonna be unleashing some secrets and some tips and tricks in the music industry. You don't want to miss out on this. It's gonna be beautiful, amazing, right here on the Pod and Rhythms. I'll see you right after the break. All right, welcome back to the Pod and Rhythms with myself, Drum People. And I told you I'm hanging out with my brother right here on the show. This guy does so many things in the music industry. He's even, look, the CEO of Mothers. I don't know how many mothers we'll be having here on the show, but he'll be telling us all about it. Innocent, my brother, how you doing?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing fantastic.
Awesome, and how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling healthy.
Yeah?
I'm feeling alive.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm feeling everything.
How
that
many
is
mothers do you have? Tell us about those mothers, man.
good. Well, I have. I think I have a lot of mothers.
That's
there are
right.
there are a lot of people that are my mother.
That's
you
right.
know, in this world. And
Yes.
but yeah, in terms of the Music on the Hill Awards,
Yes.
they are like becoming a mother to many
That's right.
as well. Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right. You are an author.
yeah.
You've written a book which is, I mean, one of the best-selling books for the music industry.
Yeah.
You know, tell us a little bit. How did the inspiration come about? How did you decide that I'm going to share my knowledge? Because not everybody writes about their experience and a huge industry like the music industry.
Yeah.
You know. So tell us a little bit. How did it come about?
So writing independence in the music industry for me, it was a very big task because firstly it was for me starting off in the music industry as someone who was a performer.
Okay.
I went to school and I studied music.
Right.
After that, I then said, "There's more I can do besides just performing. Let me try and actually do more in terms of promoting and being a music promoter."
Yeah.
And that's where I really, really got my teeth into the business of music.
Yeah.
And then I realized that most, and particularly I think all artists that I was working with, they all had questions about the South African music industry. And there was no manual that we had
That's right.
that had the answers to these questions about the music industry of South Africa. So I said to myself, Innocent, I think this is a great indication that you need to write a book.
Yeah.
Because I'm a person who's a very big studier of the music industry.
Yeah.
I love understanding how the music industry works
Yeah.
and understanding how it can actually, benefit the artists and actually help them to be able to become successful artists. So then I said, you know what, let me write the book. I wrote the first edition, and that for me was in a form of a masterclass
Yeah.
where I wrote a lot of things about how to promote yourself, how to brand yourself, how to really go about marketing your product
Yes.
as an artist, your songs.
Yes.
And I said, let me do a masterclass. And then we did that masterclass. And then I said, let me actually put it as a book now.
Okay.
And then we had the second edition, which was the book. And then
Yeah.
now the third edition, which is the one that just went crazy,
Yes.
where I added in more chapters that were looking at the music industry today,
That's right.
looking at like entrepreneurship, streaming,
Yeah.
and just how the industry has grown since 1994. Because honestly, in South Africa, we need to talk about that. The music industry
Yeah.
really started in 1994 once everything was free
Yeah.
in terms of our government, in terms of democracy and so on. So now we're able to be seen by our by legislation, be
That's
able
right.
to be seen by how things are done. So that is for me how the book really came about. And I said, there's more that we can do, and I want to be someone who can blaze the trail for others and say, let me
Yes.
start this journey and
Yes.
see how others can follow.
Have you had any comebacks since you released that music, that book?
I haven't written another one. I'm trying to write another one.
No, I mean comebacks, as in people attacking you for some of the chapters that you've written. and,
Okay.
have you had anybody?
No,
like-
not really. No. What I've experienced really has been a very big, I would say, great reception.
Okay.
Because so many people have been wanting a book like that. So many people have been wanting, because our artists in South Africa, really, they don't have guidance.
Yeah.
They don't get guidance when
Yeah.
it comes to the music industry. The only thing that they have as guidance is when we look at countries such as America.
Yeah.
And that is how where we get our information.
copy them.
So we just copy them,
Yes.
and we take what they do and then we bring it here into South Africa.
Right.
Not understanding that our music industry is also a bit different. Yes, it's a bit similar, you
Yeah.
know, because we are all doing the same thing, which is music. Music is universally understood in the same way.
That's right.
But when we talk about the business aspects of things such as, you know, our CMOs, the CMOs that we have there are not like the CMOs that they have within America. So
Look,
yeah.
when you were writing the book,
Yeah.
did you think that, look, somebody like, I don't know who your biggest artist in South Africa is, but did it scare you that this guy is gonna take that book and read it, and he's gonna be like, but this guy doesn't know about royalties. He doesn't know about this. He doesn't know about
Yeah.
this. You know, did it scare you? Did it cross your mind?
What crossed my mind was not particularly what the artist could think for
Yeah.
me, because I do know that that's my power. My power really is the music business, and I don't think there's anyone who could tell me, even no matter how big they are, who could
Yeah.
tell me about the music industry and
Yeah.
say, you don't know this or you don't know that.
Right.
That for me doesn't scare me.
That's right.
And I'm a person who's very confident in saying that I could sit in any boardroom with anyone,
Yeah.
really, and we could talk about the music business, and there would be nothing that I would feel as if I'm not sure
Intimidated
about
or whatever, yeah.
Like no
Because
one.
once you
intimidates me.
feel that, then,
Yeah.
then your job is at risk.
Exactly.
Because that's what you do. You're
Exact-
marketing artist.
Exactly.
You
You
know?
know, because I also think the most important thing is education. I
Right.
got the education.
That's
so
right.
so for me, I know what I'm talking about, number one. Number
Yeah.
two, I have worked in the music industry and I'm continuing to do it. So
Mm.
the most of the things that you also find in there is based on experience of what I've seen and what other artists go through.
That's right.
So that we can now be able to actually help other people coming in to not make those same mistakes.
Yeah.
So there is, I think, little to no room for
Yeah.
people to fault someone's experience
Yeah.
and what other people have gone through and how they believe it can help the next person to not go through those same mistakes, but to, you know, try and make better decisions and to try and take better decisions from that.
Yeah.
Also, I have had conversations with really great music people, you know, that have done really great things in the music industry. Bantu like Mama Ulusanda Mcinga, who've done
Yeah.
great things in the music industry.
Yeah.
Abantu abanjengoSifiso Khanyile.
Yeah.
You know, people that have, you know, kind of given me advice. Another great person is someone called Jonathan Shaw, who's a music lecturer
Yeah.
and someone who's worked in the industry for a long time.
Mm.
People that have, you know, helped me through this journey and that I've learned from
Yeah.
to be able to help me and shape what I've done with the book.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, congratulations, man. Look, now tell me a little bit about your music. You are a musician.
Yeah.
What do you play?
Well, for me, what I do, I actually studied voice.
Okay.
I studied voice, so I am a singer.
The principal instrument.
Yeah, there you go. So, and for me, like singing has always been my core. I love to sing. I
Okay.
love to analyze singing as well deeply. I'm
Right.
a person who loves songwriting as well. One thing about me is that whenever I go anywhere, music is always in my head, and I think that's what we are as musicians.
Yeah.
Anything that I hear, I can spark a song in my head.
Mm.
You know, you could say one word, it could literally spark a song in me, and I could start writing a song.
Okay.
So for me, I just literally have loved the concept of singing and performing,
Yeah.
even though I haven't done much of it in recent times because of the business aspect of
That's
music
right.
that has
That's
taken
right.
so much of my time.
That's right.
Working with artists as a promoter, as a manager, and so on.
Yeah.
But at my core, I am a performer, I am a singer, and it's something that I'm hoping to do more of in the times to come.
Do you see yourself, releasing an album that belongs to you?
That's the dream, actually, because we have recorded music that we haven't released yet.
Okay.
We have recorded music that we haven't released yet, and for me, that has always been the first dream.
Yeah.
Was to become a recording artist and have music out there.
That's right.
But as I got myself really into the business of music, I was like, actually, listen, there's more to it, and I think that is also what I want my journey to be for the young people to say.
Yeah.
It has always been the main thing that we see is performance.
Yes.
But if you really look into the business of music and the music industry, there's more that you can do.
And for you who understands the industry and the business part of it,
Yeah,
I think your mind also goes to where the money is.
that's right.
And that's where your
That's
energy
right.
goes,
That's right.
which is not in performance much,
Mm-hmm.
but in the business part of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I get you. I get what you're doing. I get what you're doing.
Right. Yeah.
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 I get
So
you.
I think that's very true. Come on, let's just be honest, because the business of music is where the money is at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that is where we're able to do more. As a performing artist, we were just talking about it a couple of days ago, that artists are literally crying for one stream that it can at least
I
make
don't
them
want to
1
mention
cent.
names even.
Let's not even,
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
you know, like that's one of the biggest challenges that artists are facing as a performing artist.
That's right.
Now, my advice has always been to artists that take that as a means of you to reach the people.
That's right.
And not necessarily that you want to make money from your tracks. Yes, you can, maybe through airplay,
Yeah.
in terms of radio, getting those royalties in.
Yeah.
But don't make it the mission that you want to make money from your streams, because you need a lot of streams.
And
just
it's
to make-
over time. It's not a quick
Exactly,
fix.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest issue is that when I speak to artists, they want something that is now, which is so hard sometimes to, I think, like hurting their dreams, because some of them believe that if they release today, maybe at the end of the month they will have made some good money.
They should buy a car, but in 2 months.
But that's not the reality of it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
the best thing to do is to say, this is the product that can help me to market what I do. Maybe I can get gigs from this.
That's right.
Maybe this can help me to get airplay. Maybe this song can be used for certain things.
That's
Where
right.
then I can be able to actually make some money from it. But to just look at it and say, if I release the song, I'm going to get money back from it, is very, very difficult to, you know, to achieve something from that, because that's not how it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you see, lately, look, a lot of people stream,
Yeah.
and only few people download.
Yeah.
You know, when you download, that's when you buy it.
Mm-hmm.
When you stream, it's just cents.
There you go.
You know, what do you think that the industry can do better?
The truth is that now it does lie a lot with the streaming services, because the CEO of Spotify, I actually did an article where I was actually asked about this, and I was just like, I'm going to speak the truth, that the CEO of Spotify, he said that with these streams, they are good enough for the artists, which is not the reality.
No,
So
no. It's
they
not.
they need to change that, and
Yeah.
they need to understand that artists need to at least make some, because they are making a lot of money.
Yeah.
They're making a lot of
Yeah.
money, and all of us that are within the business of music, you are hearing managers, you are hearing people that are in law
Yeah.
speaking about this, that it needs to change.
Yeah.
And that is why also another part of my life is that I'm very much into politics, because I realize
Oh,
that
I see.
if you want to see change, you need to be a part of the change making, you know,
Yeah.
spaces.
Yeah.
You need to be there so that you
Yeah.
can be able to affect real change.
Right.
So that's when I really sunk my teeth into politics, and I said, in the politics that we see in South Africa, we're not represented. We are not. You don't see people that look like us and that understand what we go through as musicians.
Yes.
Really
Yes.
making decisions on our behalf.
I mean, this arts and culture minister.
There you go.
You know, we don't want
There
to
you
talk
go.
about it because
There you
it's a
go.
whole subject on
There you
its
go.
own.
Yeah, that's true.
The guy was into something else, and
You know.
you know, they threw him into the deep end. But let's see what he will do.
Let's see what
Yeah.
what he can do. But
I
I
won't be
think
comfortable if you were the minister of
Right.
you know, arts and culture.
you know. But I think what he could do, and I think it's one of the mandates of Parliament, that they need to take Parliament to the people, which means that he needs to be with the people.
Yeah.
He needs to engage us. He needs to
Yeah.
be open to engaging us and really understanding what we want and implementing those things that we say
Right.
as the industry, as artists, as musicians, as actors, as all of us within the arts sector.
Yeah.
They need to really take us on board and understand what we want and listen to us.
That's
And
right.
implement it the way that we want it to be implemented.
right. I like
Because
that.
we've got so many agencies out there that are supposedly out there for supporting us, but that is not what we typically see.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, that definitely needs to change.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So, who are some of the artists that you've worked with and are working with currently?
Well, I work with a lot of independent artists, which is my biggest mandate, is that I want to help the young kids that sometimes are not getting the shine. That some of them have never even seen a studio, what it looks like.
Yeah.
But they've got an immense talent.
Yeah.
And I want to be a part of their story to say, the person who gave me my first opportunity to do what I do was Innocent Shezi.
Yeah.
He was the one who opened the door for me to be able to experience this and understand how this thing works.
Yeah.
And from there, I was able to build up my career.
Beautiful.
I've worked with a lot of people. Sometimes I do forget
Yeah,
names.
yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I do forget names. But I think basically I think I would mention maybe the awards that have made me work with a lot of people that are fantastic.
That's
Abo Zamajobe,
That's right.
Abo Mandisa Dlanga, who's legendary. Abo Lusanda Mcinga,
Yeah.
Abo Sisi, and so many other people that we've actually been able to share knowledge with and talk about the music industry and really work with. So yeah, like I've really worked with some really amazing people in and around all genres,
Yeah,
you know, because
yeah,
for me, I'm not stuck on one genre. For me,
Yeah.
music is music.
That's right.
Whether it's jazz, whether it's gospel, whether it's house.
That's right.
For me, music is music,
That's
and
right.
it should be shared. And you know, because I think we all listen to the same kind of music. The
Yeah,
people that listen to
yeah,
gospel listen
yeah.
to jazz.
That's right.
And so on.
That's
so yeah, that's
So far, look, what has your work experience or ethics? What has it taught you as a person?
You know, one thing that I was saying yesterday is that, which is a very sad reality, is that one thing that it has taught me is that I go far and beyond for artists,
Okay.
to a point where I burn myself out, because I am a person who likes to see someone win. So I do a lot of work sometimes for artists, and then I sometimes ask myself that, with the work that I've done for these people, sometimes not even asking for any money.
Yeah.
And I ask myself, as I've gone this far for this person, would they do the same for me? Would they
No,
ever
they
do
won't.
the
They,
same?
won't- they,
You know,
won't, they won't even give you a lift
never.
if
You know,
you're on the
so,
N1.
so you know, you really burn yourself out for people,
Right.
trying to help them to build,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that teaches you that sometimes you have to be selfish. You have to be selfish about your time. My friends and my family would get so angry with me because I'm a person who answers the phone even at 12 at night. Because some artists, you know, and I do understand
Even
this.
during dinner.
I tell you, because
worst part.
some artists sometimes have this thing of, and I now have categorized it as just a spur of the moment thing where an artist is like, right now, I'm feeling like I want to release my music, you know,
Yeah.
I want something to happen. And they'll call you in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And in the middle of the night, now you have to answer the phone. Now you have to talk about how can I help you release your song? What do you need to do? And then you find out that a couple of days later, the artist is not even there anymore.
Yeah.
They're not
Look,
living there.
they're crazy people. I'm
That's
one
right.
of them.
That's
I'm
right.
an artist,
That's
so
right.
I can say it
That's
freely.
right. Yeah.
They are crazy people. How do you manage them? Because the egos, the commitment, and
Yeah.
all this nonsense.
Yeah.
You know, how do you deal with it?
It's very hard to actually be able to deal with it, but I think it also needs you to be very, very firm.
Yeah.
In my experience, because starting this, I was very young. I'm still young now.
Yeah.
But I was much younger, you know, when I actually started this. And I would work with people that are twice my age.
Right.
People that are old enough to be my mother,
Right,
old enough
right.
to be my father. And some of them that I would actually be able to help them and get their music out there. With one experience that I had, and I'm always, you know, talking about it, is that there was an artist that I pushed and I helped them get their music out there. When she was out there, she forgot who I was. When I was
Beautiful.
the one who
Beautiful. They
who
do
was
that.
the person who was responsible for everything that's happening
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
And then they kind of acting like you're some kind of stranger.
You
What do you
know.
want? What do you need?
That's right.
So within those moments, I think it takes you being very strong and saying, okay, I'm not going to take that.
Yeah.
Either you respect me and you respect the work,
That's right.
or we don't continue.
That's right.
You know, so I'm very, very firm about that, and I don't apologize for that. Even if a person is twice my age, the work is the work, and it needs to be done correctly, and
True.
there needs to be mutual respect, because I respect artists. I respect them so much that, you know, them
You
seeing
are
me
an artist.
laughing is
Yeah.
really like it's rare for them to see me laugh, because I'm so serious about that. We need to do this,
Really?
this, and this, and this. I don't laugh really,
Oh,
you know,
I
when I'm
see.
with them, because I'm like, the
Okay.
work needs to be done. After
That's
it's
right.
done, then we
That's
can
right.
laugh. I don't even chill with artists after work. I don't.
I think it's more like me, you know. Sometimes people are like, you know,
Yeah.
when we get on work, when we get to work, you're a different person. But after
Exactly,
that, you're making
exactly,
jokes and things like
exactly.
that. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, because
love
I
that.
think you do have to take your work seriously. If
Right.
you take your work seriously, they'll also see that this is no place to play.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is a place where you guys should come in and work and actually make sure that your goals and the things that you guys want to do is achieved.
Because some of them are full of jokes, man.
Yeah.
They're full of jokes.
Yeah.
When business is business,
Right?
we shouldn't play.
Exactly,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Yeah. But look, if somebody wants to contact you for, management or whatever it is, how do they get hold of you?
So I am on all social media platforms, Innocent Shezi or Shezi Entertainment.
Right.
You will find me, or search Music on the Hill Awards. You will find everything that we do with the awards, and also my promotional stuff and the book.
That's
So just Innocent Shezi or Shezi Entertainment or Music on the Hill Awards.
And the book, if we want to purchase it, unfortunately, you didn't bring me one, so I have to buy it.
So if they want the book, they can get it at Bridge Books,
Right.
or they can get it on Amazon.
Okay.
They can get it either, like one of those two
Yeah,
places.
yeah. No, beautiful, my brother. Look, you're doing great in the industry, and we are behind you. We are behind you all the way. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me and have this beautiful chat with me. I'm sure somebody's learning something,
Right.
and people are going to contact you real soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me, man. Thank you so much.
Definitely. Thank you so much, my brother. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with myself and Innocent Shezi right here on the Pod and Rhythms, where stories find their groove. I had a great time, and I'm sure you also did. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on our future shows, and also hit the bell for all the notifications of our upcoming shows. I will see you same time, same place. God bless you. Bye-bye.